Hey, looky here. I'm live again. Let's make sure everything's going as it should. I'm waiting for YouTube to catch up. Hey, there we are. All right. Let's... What the... Oh, that's why. They aren't plugged in. That would do that. That would do that. There we are. Okay. Okay. Hello. All right. I'm gonna quick do some twittering. Oh, I guess I need to bring YouTube back up again. But yes, I am going to go to Twitter and share the stream link so people can see it and use it. And then we will get down to things. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. No, I will not stop being Batman. All right. But yes, if the title wasn't a clue, I'm gonna be playing some Lego Batman 3. As soon as I get things set up, and as soon as I'm finished eating my ice pop. But while I play Lego Batman 3, I am going to try and talk about some headcanon-y lore stuff. So the problem is that I can't really look at the chat and play Batman at the same time. So we'll figure that out. So I'm actually going to be using my headphones today instead of playing through the speakers. So let's see. Order of operations. I'm going to share the screen first. Yeah, we'll just share the entire screen. Okay. All right, then. Let's do it this way. Okay, so then when I pull Batman up, we should get Batman. But yeah, I haven't been really doing too much stuff in terms of Thomas-related things recently. I've just kind of been kind of drained. Been focusing more on we'll do this for now. Yeah, I've just kind of been focusing more on Transformer stuff. But let's see. Let's think of some topics. it would be fitting to talk mid-Sodor, given the recent video, but I feel like, I don't know, I don't have enough mailed out for mid-Sodor. You know what? Let's do this. Let's talk about the Skarloey Railway, because the Skarloey Railway, there's a lot of things staying the same, but a lot of things changing as well. But it has a lot more cemented due to the fact that it has a lot more established, and I'm not changing as much of that established stuff. The mid-Sodor is kind of all over the place. So yeah, I'll kind of talk about the Skarloey as we go through our Batmaning adventure. Again, as soon as I finish my ice pop, because I don't want to deal with game and food at the same time. Oh, but I was unprepared. All right, so because I was unprepared, I'm going to have to take a trip over to my brother's room to get my controller, because I am not playing Lego Batman on keyboard. So yeah, I should be right back. Oh, controller. I wasn't even thinking of it. I was thinking the right word, but I wasn't saying it. My brother just cursed me out for calling my controller a remote. Oh, the joys of having a 16-year-old brother. Ooh. That can be problematic. Let's see. I hope I can plug this into the back and it still work. Because my two front USBs are kind of being used up right now. What the hell? So yeah. So, Skarloey Railway. It's a beautiful little line. I mean, I assume. So I've been told. Give me a minute. There we go. Well, according to my remote, it's working. Or not my remote, my controller. Now. Okay. Apparently this is working. We'll have to wait till we actually boot up the game to figure that out. But okay, let's see how this goes. No. Maybe. What do you guys like better? Do you like being able to see my face and what I'm doing, or just the game? Let me know. for now, I'll leave it like this, and I'll boot up the game a while, and then I'll come back and figure out what to actually do. Yes. Good old Steam. There we go. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. There we go. Yeah, and make sure to let me know if about the volume or anything, and I'll try and check up on that. We'll let this whole thing go through, so that way we can use it as an audio test. All right. So that seems to be working fine. Hello, hello. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So right now I'm assuming no news is good news. That you like the way the camera is set up, where you see my face and the game, but there's still a lot of blank stuff. And that the audio is fine. So with that being the assumption, I'm going to start playing the game while also talking about anything lore-wise for my headcanon for the relating to the Skarloey Railway and the Sudrian project. All right. First, we'll just slot 3. Alrighty then. So where are we then? Okay, I think we're in the watch. Yeah, we're in the watchtower. All right, so we're just but yeah, so as far as stuff for the Skarloey Railway, for the most part, I think Skarloey is kind of straightforward as to how to handle it. The railway, well, even the railway and the engine. Skarloey kind of has his whole history laid out pretty well. So the hard thing when it comes to the Skarloey Railway is Freddy, Mighty Mac, Bertram, you know, all the TV series characters, and then I guess, and also Duke, Ivo, and Fred. because it's all in a weird order. Because, like, I'm pretty sure Fred shows up before Ivo, yet he's number 9, and Duke obviously shows up before Ivo, yet, again, he's 8, while Ivo Hugh is 7. That doesn't make sense. Not in my mind. But yeah, those are the complicated parts, is, again, just figuring out how those things all factor in. And then other locations on the Skarloey Railway. So, in the terms of just the railway itself, so, you know, of course, there's the same line. There's the traditional route that it has in the Railway series, and I am going to retain the extension to Ulfstead Castle, I'm pretty sure. The main thing about this is that, so the idea is when they start building the extension, the idea is not to go all the way to this isn't, come on. Anyway, the idea isn't to go all the way to Ulfstead Castle. The idea is to go to Blue Mountain Quarry to establish a new mine after the old slate mines at Skarloey and Ward Fell are taken over by the Ministry of Defense. And I've been talking for a while, so we're going to do a good old... What's your thought on Mid-Sodor Mysteries? I like Mid-Sodor Mysteries. Of course, you know, my canon is always different than... My canon has proven to be different than Audrey's canon. However, give me a minute here. Gotta collect some more monies. Yeah, so, yeah, my canon is clearly different, so I like to use it for a basis, but, it's not the be-all, end-all. But it's nice to have some more information about the Mid-Sodor Railway. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to check the chat often. But, with that being said, going to the Skarloey Railway, I am going to retain the extension to Ulfstead, but the whole point is that it starts as button. So it starts
because I can.
Ropes. Okay. So it starts as just an extension to Blue Mountain Quarry, and then it It's the Earl that has this whole, like, this whole idea of, hey, let's extend the line all the way to the castle, and then he goes ahead and funds the extension further. And the idea is that Blue Mountain Quarry is kind of halfway between the two lines, or halfway between Skarloey and Ulstead Castle.
Warning. Unauthorized use of the Slideways teleport.
We may need some assistance. Calling all Justice League members. Calling all Justice League members. Mayday. We have a code red security breach on the watchtower.
Looking good.
Oh, that's an idea. I can pull the chat up on my phone. I'm so dumb sometimes.
Mayday. Mayday. Calling all Justice League members.
This helped.
Huh? Mayday. Calling all Justice League members.
No? We'll take the check, please.
We never get a break.
Calling all Justice League members. Mayday.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of bad guys.
We have a security breach, Cape Crusader. Saves time if you just...
Does Luke exist in this canon?
Security protocol.
Yes, most likely he will.
Teleported to block their escape.
I
know. We'll get another ride.
So I will wait till the cutscene's over. Alright. Okie dokie then.
I'm afraid the Bat rocket isn't quite ready for takeoff, sir.
Why does this always happen when we're in a hurry?
We'll need to fix up the rocket if we're going to save the others.
Alright, so Luke, I don't think will be a Skarloey Railway engine. I think he's going to be an engine owned by the Blue Mountain Quarry. But, you know, the Skarloey engines are definitely going to be seen working with him. He'll probably take trains on Skarloey Railway track. So, you know, it's essentially, he's essentially, nothing's really changed character-wise. It's more, it's just, you know, who does he actually work for that's now changed. But nothing's really changing in the character dynamic because of that. So yeah, that's where Luke's going to be. Now, with Fearless Freddy and Mighty Mac, they are going to be former Mid-Sodor engines in my canon. And then they're brought on to the Skarloey Railway later in life. Depending on how I work Mighty Mac, he might even be gone before Sir Handel and Peter Sam show up. So, because I'm not really concerned with, I'm not really concerned with Sir Handel and Peter Sam not knowing Mighty Mac, but it's a bonus if they don't know Mighty Mac when he shows up on their railway. But it's not a necessity, because again, it's a different canon. So Bertram is actually going to be the Mid-Sodor's number 2. He arrives the same time as Duke. And, you know, he starts out life as a tender engine.
Get rid of that glass safely.
Breaking glass? Isn't that bad luck?
You're thinking of mirrors.
Mirrors are made of glass.
Will you ever finish the 3 railway engines? Not in the form that it took. My series has completely reinvented itself. That was one of my first projects that I kind of quietly abandoned. But there will be a Three Railway Engines adaptation, but it won't look anything like the original. But yeah, I actually much prefer this new version of my series. So I'm kind of glad that never really fell through. That I didn't get invested in a series that I would then invested in making a series that I would then change my opinions about how the whole universe works. Because I completely just wasn't concerned about real world stuff at all in my original version. But now I'm a lot more concerned with that sort of stuff, and I think the series looks a lot better because of it. But as far as the Skarloey Railway stuff, yeah, Bertram, he's going to be a former number 2. He's going to be the first number 2 of the Mid-Sodor Railway. And then he's going to be replaced with Stanley later on. And then Stanley is going to be replaced by Smudger. And then he's going to be abandoned at the mine. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do as far as I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do as far as... Well, you guys stop doing that. I want to... Okay. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, Smudger, he's going to be the replacement number 2. But yeah, now I'm imagining Mighty Mac and Fearless, Mighty Mac and Freddy Mid-Sodor style, and that's really cool. Yeah, I really like the idea of Fearless Freddy being a former Mid-Sodor engine. It then makes sense why Sir Handel and Peter Sam would know him, and Skarloey and Rheneas wouldn't. And then that... No, Smudger isn't going to be turned into a pumping engine. That's not his fate. That's Stanley's fate. Smudger is not the same Smudger. He's Smudger in name and personality, but not in history. So, but yeah, I really like the idea of Fearless Freddy being a Mid-Sodor engine, because you can recontextualize that whole rivalry between Fearless Freddy and then Skarloey and Rheneas, similar to the relationship between Glenn and Steven. But yeah, Smudger, after the closure of the Mid-Sodor Railway, Smudger actually gets sent to a different line. He's not going to go on the Skarloey line. However, he is going to go to another Sodor Railway. And I think it's a railway sort of kind of my own creation.
That glass, sir?
It's inspired by the Harwick Craigweir line that was mentioned in Sodor, Its People, History, and Railways, and then expanded upon with Wild Nor'Wester expanded upon it with Atlas and the Atlas and the whole tramway with the tugs crossover. So give me a moment here. Gotta collect some coinage. Do. So what was I? So yeah, so Mighty Mac and Fearless Freddy,
The rocket's out of fuel.
What? But how do we get this thing to the gas station?
Robin, we have fuel. We just need to hook it up to the rocket.
I'm not
I knew that.
I'm not entirely sure where they're... Oh, that's what I was wanting to talk about. Bertram. Because I'm still not entirely certain what I'm going to be doing with Bertram. So, you see, so, for one, I don't know. I want to work in some of the Unlucky Tug map stuff, including including the whole. I want to just figure out a way that Toby can actually go up to Bertram's old mine. Give me this moment here. But yeah, I want to be able to like do the whole Toby going to no, I just realized I don't need that outfit yet. So anyway, yeah, I want to be able to have that whole thing where Toby actually, finds Bertram, and that's not a necessity for me because again, different canon. But I'd like to be able to do it. I'd like to be able to retain the identity of some of those stories. Part of me almost wants to make that quarry and then part of me wants to make that quarry and Boulder Mountain quarry the same, which would then also be the same quarry as Ulfstead Mine. Because the idea is that Boulder Quarry, I think, is going to be at Ulfstead. But again, I'm just not sure how I want to work all this stuff together. What am I doing here? That's what I'm doing here. All right. I'm just. Oop. So. So things I have figured out. The wharf. I think the wharf is going to be a mid-Sodor location. I think the wharf is going to be Old Arlesborough Harbor. Because that just kind of makes sense. You know what? I didn't get a chance to save coming into this level, which makes...
Almost done.
I'm not even sure what I'm going to do about the Ministry of Defense engine.
My spacesuit should be around here somewhere.
I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. That's basically all I can say right now. This way. I want to see. Did it actually offer me a save point over here? Because if it did, I didn't see it. No, it didn't. Oh. Oh, that's magnety stuff, not glass. Alrighty then. So yeah. Let's see. So yeah. Duke. So one of the things that I'm considering is Duke, when he is found, instead of going to the Skarloey Railway, he actually goes to Ulfstead Castle. Or at the very least, okay, I guess. So what was I saying? Yeah, so Duke would go to Ulfstead Castle, and then Bertram would be Engine 8. I feel like that would just solve a lot of issues. Smashing up all the things. Because we gotta get all the monies. Yeah, I have a hard time talking and playing video games at the same time. If you couldn't tell. Okay. Alright. Now that I got... Let me think here. Oh yeah, I was saying about the wharf. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to put the wharf at Arlesborough, and that's going to be the old Arlesborough Harbor. Back in mid-Sodar days. Come on. Aren't any of you gonna tag? Okay. All right.
It's too dark to see anything in there.
No sweat. Unlike you, I know how to lighten up.
There we go. It's not breaking. That's weird.
I'm bad light. Oh, I almost scared myself on that one.
Okay. So, all right. What? Oh yeah. So, yeah, Arlesborough Harbor. I said that.
Hey, this thing is pretty cool. So, what am I doing again?
Use the rover to look for my spacesuit.
That's kind of weird. Why would your spacesuit be in here?
I ran out of closet space, okay?
All right. So, what other locations are going to be on the Skarloey Railway that need? There are probably going to be a few hit locations, or maybe not necessarily hit locations, but non. Words. I'm gonna try and use everything. I'm gonna try and use, yeah. You gonna use any of the other mid-Sodor engines Aldry made? Yes, I am going to try and use all the mid-Sodor engines.
So why the spacesuit? I thought Batman could breathe in space.
What? Never mind. I can use the jetpack now.
But yeah. Thoughts, because I'm trying to. I'm having a hard time coming up with what I want to say and also playing the game at the same time. I'm bad at multitasking here. But yeah, I'm gonna try and use all the mid-Sodor engines. But you know, again, it's just a matter of right now things are just a matter of I don't know I don't know what I'm going to do about the mid-Sodor because there are so many variables.
Out of jetpack juice. Gotta refuel it before I can fly again.
Well, damn. I didn't know that could happen. There's like 7 different massive bridges on the Scarlet Railway. Lol. There are a lot. I think I'm going to try and narrow them down. Like, for one, there's the one at Reneas. You know, that makes sense. Why do you want me to use Robin? Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out and also communicate at the same time. But yeah. I think I'm going to have, you know, the Rheneas Viaduct and then the Old Iron Bridge. I think is also going to be somewhat important. Because I think that's going to be... I think the Old Iron Bridge is going to be located right between Skarloey and the Slate Mine. And the Slate Mine is going to be called Wardfell Slate Mine, since it's located on Wardfell. That's the name of the mountain that it is located on. So, I don't know what you want me to do here.
You know, it never hurts to ask for help.
Okay. What about the Blue Mountain Quarry? I did kind of mention the Blue Mountain Quarry. So the Blue Mountain Quarry is going to be located midway between the Skarloey and Ulfstead Castle, and it is going to be basically the new quarry after the Ministry of Defense purchases the slate mine at Wardfell and repurposes it into an ammunitions dump. So then they're going to extend to Blue Mountain Quarry. And as they're extending to Blue Mountain Quarry, the Earl at the time funds a further extension up to Ulfstead Castle, where the Skarloey Railway will meet with Thomas's branch line. And I think near Ulfstead is also where the transfer yards are going to be, and that's also going to be close to where Boulder Mountain Quarry is going to be. Because if I don't make Boulder Mountain Quarry the same quarry as Duke's, or not Duke's, Bertram's old mine, then Boulder Mountain is going to be located at Ulfstead, and it's going to be the replacement mine for the Farquhar branch after Anofa gets shut down and gets converted into a waste dump. Yes, Anofa Quarry is going to be Whiff's waste dump. Eventually. And then and I think now Toby's tramway in the TV series is going to be Flora's old tramway in my series. You know, Toby's going to have his railway series. I honestly kind of hate the fact that Skarloey Railway stretches that far. I hate it without context. I'm trying to make the reason that the Skarloey Railway stretches as far as it does is because of the Earl. If I write in the logic that it's because of the Earl, it automatically becomes completely reasonable. In my mind, at least. Because that's just the Earl's way of thinking. No, he has not been plotting Anofa's demise. But eventually, yeah, eventually the stone at Anofa will run out. And then, when that happens, Mavis will be put to work running goods on Flora's old tramway. And then, the mind blank. So, and then Whiff and Scruff will be put to work at Anofa
Good thing my laser
as the new
got shaped like
waste
that
dump.
gold panel.
Oh, me! I know this one. I know this one.
I don't care. That might. So yeah. Oh, and then Blue Mountain Quarry. As far as the standard gauge side of it, the standard gauge extension to Blue Mountain happens after they realize that Boulder Mountain is not going to be a prospective new quarry.
Real original.
Well, when you're the one with the laser, you can decide what shape to cut.
All right, brain.
We need the security access code. We'll have to override the bat computer.
So yeah, it's the idea is that, you know, Boulder Mountain shuts down, and they're like, well, we still need stone traffic. So they extend the Farquhar branch a bit further, up to Blue Mountain Quarry, and that's where the Farquhar branch terminates. Now, at Ulfstead, the Farquhar branch I'm gonna have things happen during that in-between time. You know, because those are the stories of Skarloey's and Rheneas's greatest struggles. I just don't know if there will be any major events. You know, that from a story perspective, there might be major events, but from a history perspective, I don't think there will be any. So, and that's kind of what I'm working with right now, is, you know, what happens from a history perspective. Come on, change. There we go. I guess I gotta do this. Alright, I'm actually gonna focus on the game a bit here. Just for a few minutes, though. But yeah, all right. Now that I've kind of figured out what I'm doing here, back to Skarloey Railway stuff. So yeah, so Thomas's branch line at Ulfstead meets up with Flora's old tramway, which Flora's God. So Flora's tramway runs from Callan to Ulfstead. And you know what? That makes, I think that tracks with God, that I think that yeah, I think Bertram's old mine will probably be located at like the Arlesdale area. Dear Lord. This is trippy. No! Okay, I'm gonna focus on this one. Because this one gets trippy. All right. But yeah, Flora's tramway runs from Callan to Ulfstead, and there is brain thoughts.
Let's get moving.
Specifically,
Don't worry.
I'm trying to stick
And
with
we'll bring you back some nice space rocks to polish.
Whoopee.
I'm trying to stick with the Unlucky Tug stuff. Oh, all right, cool. So I'm trying to stick with the Unlucky Tug stuff as far as the stretch between Callan and Arlesdale End, with some exceptions. Just because this line will also be coexisting with both the Mid-Sodor and Mid-Sodor and the Arlesdale Railway. So that stretch is going to remain very similar. But after Arlesdale End, then the line continues on to Great Waterton, which I think I'm going to rewrite Great Waterton as being the terminus for the Mid-Sodor Railway. And eventually the Arlesdale Railway will extend from its proper terminus to Great Waterton when Great Waterton is rediscovered. But then from Great Waterton, there is a the tramway continues from Great Waterton to Ulfstead, and there it is like a proper tramway. Like it's a lot of city streets. So this area, it really does require an engine to have side plates. So when Enofa Quarry gets shut down, Mavis, initially she is transferred to Tidmouth to help in as station pilot, and a little bit of a reference to the extended railway series. However, not long after that, she gets transferred to Flora's old line running goods from Ulfstead to Callan. But yeah, so we'll see Mavis leave the Farquhar branch and be replaced with Whiff and Scruff. Then we'll see the addition of Paxton to the Farquhar branch because of the extension to Blue Mountain Quarry. And then we will see Mavis. And the idea is that when Flora's line reopens, Toby does work on this line. I don't want to completely remove him from the Farquhar branch, but I would like to put him on this line with Mavis and Flora and kind of have this be the tram branch. So I think it's that he has limited duties on the Farquhar branch, but then he performs most of his work on we'll call it the Great Waterton branch. We'll that's what we'll call it. We'll call Flora's old line the Great Waterton branch. So yeah. But yeah, back to the game. So yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens to Mavis. Because I saw that got asked in the chat.
Clock is running. We have liftoff.
And yeah, for some of the locations between Ulfstead Castle and Blue Mountain Quarry, and then between Blue Mountain Quarry and Skarloey, I'm just gonna fill in with a few of those like Season 6, Season 7, and hit era Skarloey Railway locations. Nothing too major, just
Green Lantern of Sector 2814.
some of the
until assistance arrives.
stations and
The matter of
such.
the alien object cannot wait. Find out as much as you can and report back.
Please call me Hal.
But yeah, let me see. All right, it's 10 o'clock.
Martian Manhunter.
Surrender now.
Okay, but first, I just want to make sure you know everybody. This is Firefly. We brought him along because we know you love a good fire.
But fire is in fact my one weakness. Oh.
It might help if you stop playing games and help me get control of the main computer.
But I like games. Here. Access granted. Oh, your hair is standing on end, which I guess is just your eyebrow. Perimeter alert. Vehicle approaching.
Lower stage jettisoned.
Deploy solar panel arrays.
It must take a lot of effort to make sure everything he drives or flies look like a bat.
Joker, stop him before he gets here.
I'm going to take him down old school.
Of course. Let's see.
Watchtower's weapon systems? Now that is just so.
Gosh, we still haven't had a.
Take evasive action.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me, Patsy?
Oh, great. In-flight entertainment.
Ooh, I do like your little spaceship.
I think
Let's have some fun.
Hang on.
we'll
Bob.
try and.
Watch out for any incoming fire.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much longer we'll keep on going.
I've got some
But-
friends with me day, Batman.
Old
Say
school.
hello,
Yes.
Grundy. Hello, Grundy. Ah, the old ones are the best.
I don't know what's worse. These things attacking us or Joker's annoying voice.
All right, I think this is just a level where I just sit and concentrate, which might, I don't know.
You're doing well. A little too well. Let's make this more interesting.
Cape Crusader, you must retreat. The Joker is...
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not taking any more callers on Joker Radio today. Do try again tomorrow.
Gosh. All right, let's. Oh, I see what. Alrighty then.
Outside the box. Or should that be...
Yes, this is
inside the
Batman.
box?
What the heck is that thing?
Where does he get these giant space toys? Robin, we need to look for a weak spot.
That's what I call a real spring break.
Alrighty then. I'm not entirely sure what the process is supposed to be, but I think I've accomplished it quite well. There we go. Alright, now that I've finished this up.
Uh-oh. I guess I need to use one of my bonus super bombs.
Oh god.
I got this one.
No, Robin!
Uh-oh.
I'm really tired of getting shot at.
Bye-bye, boy blunder.
Thanks. You got any other tricks left?
No. You sure took your time.
Sorry, the waiter
All
took
right.
a while
Well,
to bring
I
the
think
check.
I'm gonna
I'll get Robin onto the jet.
as soon
See if you
as
can
the
find a way
continue
in.
and save
We're gonna need a
section
bigger jet.
comes up, we're gonna finish this up here. Probably right after this cutscene. So yeah. What the? No, you're supposed to give me the save and continue.
Hey, Batman. So what's the deal
Okay.
with Joker and his goon platoon?
Not sure yet, Cyborg.
All right,
We need
so
to get
a
down there
save
quick. It's
section
raining
should be.
missiles out here.
No sweat, guys. I know a shortcut.
We've got to get past.
There we go.
Anyone bring a magnet?
I might be able to upgrade my suit if we have a look.
All right, save and exit. Yes. All right, guys. Let me just close out here. There we go. Quit to Windows. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, people. I have homework and I'm super tired. What does I do? I take a 30-minute nap and then do homework. I'd see you Monday, hopefully. Yeah. Should be back on Monday. You know. Unless there's another live stream on community radio. But there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. And even though Roberto's Records was over by the time I would have been streaming, it's still it's kind of just a respect thing. It's just kind of a I'm not gonna try and impede on it. Like let Roberto's Records have its time. You know, these are gonna happen twice a week. So it's not like we can't miss out once in a while. Oh, I gotta shave. Yeah, looking at myself on the screen, I look worse than what I do when I look in a mirror. God. But yeah, I should see y'all on Monday. So thanks for tuning in, everyone.